right, y'all, it is Friday. It is time for dinner. We're gonna have a little cocktail while we're having dinner. Yes, that is my grandbaby back there. He likes hanging out with his grandma. So it's my joy. All right, so today what we're having for dinner is I have a New York strip, and I'm going to have some Brussels sprouts, yum, and some boiled potatoes. So I'm going to put this over here for now. Now for my seasonings, I've got garlic powder and seasoning salt, and there was a seasoning mix with some steaks I just recently bought, so I've added that too, along with a little cayenne pepper. So we're just gonna mix all that up. Now I remember back in the day, my mom, we would like pierce the steak. I've already washed my steak off and all that. Like I said, some people don't wash their meat. I wash my meat. So it's a personal choice. Do what you do, but that's what I do. All right, so we're just gonna kind of bathe our steak in our seasoning there. Now make sure that your steak, any meat really that you're gonna cook, is at room temperature. Some people aren't comfortable with that. I don't know the science behind it. I just know it's just good when you do it that way. So if you want to know the science behind it, then I suggest that you go find out. I just know it tastes good. All right, so we have our steak all bathed. Now we're gonna move over to the stove. Now remember, my newbies, I told y'all every time you're cooking, make sure you got some hot soapy water ready for you. That way, you know, you've got it. You've got your water and stuff. Okay? All right. So we're gonna go over here. I'll be back for you in a minute. All right, so we are over here at the stove, and I'm using my cast iron skillet. I think the skillet is probably older than me, or as old as I am. So I'm just going to put a little grapeseed oil in there, just a little bit, just to kind of coat my pan. And then I'm gonna let this get really hot. I want it to get really hot because what I'm gonna do is I'm going to really sear my steak a couple minutes on each side. Hey, baby. And then I'm going to kind of, you know, make love to it with some butter. And then we're gonna put it, this is my butter I'm gonna make love to it with. And then I'm going to put it in the stove where it will continue to cook. So let's let this get really hot. I've got the eye on medium high right now. So we're just gonna let that get hot. So what y'all been doing today? Y'all doing anything interesting and fun over the weekend? Y'all staying locked down, locked up like I staying locked down, locked up? What, baby? Okay, well, Granny's, oh, good gracious. I'll be back. All right, so we are over here at the stove now, and I have put a little grape seed oil inside of my cast iron skillet. This cast iron skillet is probably as old as I am. It was my mom's. So I'm letting this get really hot. And so if you're wondering, for my newbies, if you're wondering how to test, and the best way to test is just to sprinkle a little water in there, and if it dances, then you know it's ready. But after you're old, you get the idea. So, all right, so I just want to make sure it's all over so my steak doesn't stick. Okay. Ooh, I think we're there. I think we're there. So let's just Put it on. Yeah. We're gonna let that simmer for a while. I'll let y'all look at that magic while I go over and wash this board. Grab my little cocktail here. Now, what you want to make sure that you don't do, when you put it on here, just leave it. Don't touch it. Just leave it for like about 2 minutes. And if you want to, you want to put a timer on it and then time it, that's great. That's fine. But just leave it, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to get a nice sear. Now if you think your fire's too high, you can go ahead and bring it down some. But you're going to be able to see around the edges when it's ready, okay? You're going to be able to see around the edges when it's ready for us to flip, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Now, probably chefs would have told you not to move your skillet like that. I don't know, y'all. I'm not a chef. I am a single 62-year-old woman who is cooking for herself. So, this is what I know how to do. Everybody has their different ways of doing things, so I think we're going to be ready to flip this little bad boy in just a minute. Ah, that's good. That's Crown Black and a little 7-Up. Oh, I forgot to put my lime in there. Hold on, I gotta put my lime in there, y'all. Okay, now we're ready. Okay, I think we're ready here too, so let's flip. Yeah, look at that. That's nice. That's nice. That's a nice color right there. Here, y'all want to get a little closer and see that? Let me show you. A little closer, a little closer, a little closer, a little closer. How's that? See? See how that brown got a little char right there on the, just enough, because I don't want to, what I'm trying to do is get it to where when I put it in the oven, the juices will, seal in. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'm just gonna let it do this for a couple more minutes, because see, then I'm going to make love to it. Just make love to it. I mean, just all that, on all that. Just, yeah, I like butter. Yeah, I like butter. My daughter's trying to get me to give up dairy. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough one. Okay, so we're just letting this go a little bit longer, just a little bit longer, a little bit. Now I'm not gonna flip it again right now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead now and I'm gonna start putting this butter in here. Now I'm gonna turn my fire down just a little bit, because I don't want my butter to burn. So I'm gonna turn it down just a bit. Probably down to maybe medium. Why don't we just turn it down to medium, okay? Because we ain't trying to burn the butter. All right. Hold on. It's almost there. It's hard, y'all. I'm telling you, it's hard. It's hard. Because you want to just do it. Because it's going to, ooh, Lord, it's going to be good. Take it. Here. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. Okay. All right. Still got to let it stay on there for a while. It ain't ready yet. It ain't ready yet. It is not ready yet. It's not ready yet. Let's give it just a few more seconds, man. Just a little bit longer. Little bit longer. It makes a difference. Okay? All right, we almost there. We about there. And you're probably wondering, how in the hell does she know? I don't know. After a while, you just know. Like, for instance, I can see juices coming out right here, right? So I tell you what, I'm just gonna flip it. See, I told you, it's ready. Told you. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna put the butter all around it. And we just gonna let that stuff just make love. Look at it, just making all kind of love to it. Now I'm gonna scooch it. So now I need to get these bits up under that. Yeah. Woo, baby. Yes. Yo. Mercy. Okay, now I'm gonna give me a little spoon real quick. Hold on, be right back. You do not have to have fancy utensils to cook. For real, you don't. And I'm just gonna take this and just, ooh, y'all. Yo, when I say make love, yes, my goodness, look at that. Just bathe it in all that butter and love. Just buttery. Yes. Okay, let's get some of this over here. Yes. Ooh. Yo, this is gonna be wonderful. Just bathe it. Cooking takes time. Y'all be watching them people be editing stuff. I ain't editing nothing. I'm cooking for me, and this is how I'm cooking. I don't have time. Ooh, y'all. Can you just, okay, I better stop. It's gonna be too much. Okay, all right. We'll stop right there. All right, so now we're just gonna turn this off. And over here, I have my foil paper that I am going to cover this with. Okay. And my oven, I have my oven at 350. So we're gonna put this in the oven. Probably for maybe about 10, 15 minutes, if that long. And of course, depending on, how you want your meat, will depend on how long you leave it. So come on, let's go back over here. All right, let's get to a good spot here. We'll save that seasoning. That's gonna be good for something else. Oh, you know what? I got a hamburger patty in there I was gonna cook. So I'll cook that tomorrow for lunch and I can use that seasoning. So, I'll put my little lid on top of that so I can save that. All right, potatoes. I have already scrubbed my potatoes. If you're going to leave the skin on your potatoes or any of your vegetables, make sure you scrub them. So that's what I did there. This is the little rhino, my grandson's little rhino. He's here watching. All right, so always make sure that you have a good sharp knife. And, so what I'm gonna do here, really, I'm just going to cut the ends off. And I think I'm just gonna make me some, just a few mashed potatoes, that's all. So because I don't want to take too long for it to cook, I'm gonna cut them a little bit smaller, So just keep in mind, the chunkier they are, the longer it will take for them to cook. Okay. So, and as I said in my earlier videos, and if you have something like that, see that? It does not mean the potato is bad, okay? Does not mean that. You just cut it off. And keep on pushing. That's it. It's just nature, it happens. All right, so we're just gonna. Now, when you're using a sharp knife, guys, be very careful with it, because you need to have a sharp knife as part of your, your cooking utensils. You really do. So, just be just keep in mind you need that. All right, so now that I have cut my potatoes up, I have to rinse them. So I take my cute little purple colander, my purple little colander. They have these things in all sizes. So yes, I did wash my potatoes before I started. It's just me. It's just how I was raised. It was what my mother does. I mean, we wash everything. So. Okay, so our potatoes are all nice and washed. Come on over here and I'll show you what I'm doing. Come on over here with me. All right, so right over here, can you guys see that? I think maybe that's under the microwave. You may not be able to see that, but I have a pot here and it's already boiling. Way, yay. So I'm just going to pour my potatoes in here very carefully because that is hot water there. So let me bring you over here so you can see what I've done there. So, ooh, can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah, there you go. All right, so the only thing that is in that pot of water is a half of a tablespoon of butter and some salt. I didn't measure the salt, so I'm sorry. I can't tell you what that measurement is. Now, as far as my broccoli sprouts are concerned, it doesn't take them very long to cook. It's going to be I'm going to do them in the microwave. So you could do them on the stove. Well, you know, nah. We'll just put them in the microwave. We'll just go that route. How about that? All right, so now we are in the waiting mode. So while you're waiting, you know, the one thing you can definitely do while you're waiting, excuse the bra strap. The one thing, let's come up a little bit so now we can talk, we can chat for a minute. The only thing you can do when you're waiting is, of course, cleaning up after yourself. You know, having a clean workspace is very nice. My hair is just crazy, just crazy. Anyway, but yeah, just cleaning up as you go is really a good thing. Y'all like let me show y'all my, look at this. See my apron? I made me an apron. It says Deanna's Kitchen. I had nothing else to do. Okay, well, I will be back when things are closer to being ready to consume. And until then, it's good, y'all. It's real good. What y'all like to drink? Tell me. All right, I'll be back. All right, we are back and it is ready. So about 15 minutes later, and the way I test my, to make sure my meat is done at the right temperature is I have this thermometer. I got this off Amazon and it will go in either with Celsius or Fahrenheit. And so for each, for each type of meat that you're going to cook, you can switch between them and it will tell you based on how you want it, the doneness. Okay, so my potatoes are ready. I think I'm just gonna leave them as just boiled potatoes. I'm going to go ahead and get my Brussels sprouts going, and then I'm making a little small salad. Maybe, haven't quite decided on that one yet. And I'll plate it up and we'll be back so you guys can see how easy and how awesome it is to be single, a senior, I'm a senior, 62, and be able to cook for myself. Now I don't cook every day, but when I do cook, I kind of do this. So I'll be back after I get it all plated. decided I needed a few sauteed onions to go with my steak. My broccoli is in the microwave. So I just decided, use this butter. I didn't want to waste it. Use this butter and the seasonings that was on the steak. I just sauteed me some onions, I think my steak is on the plate over there. It's still resting. We don't want to pierce it yet. We don't want to lose those juices that are in there. So, the potatoes are ready. I sauteed it. I'm not going to saute these a lot. I don't want to lose the crispiness of them. So we're just going to, just kind of heat them up a little bit, just saute so they can be draped lovingly. We already made love to our steak with the butter. So we might as well continue this love affair with some onions. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Let them do their thing for a minute. Okay. I just had a really small onion and just wanted to cut that up, and so we're gonna let that saute and do its thing, and the next time I see y'all, it'll be plated up. Yes, my goodness, I can't wait. Like I said, being single and cooking sometimes is quite a challenge. That's the broccoli. Y'all gotta let it sit for a little while. Why it sits and it marinates in that butter. It got butter too. But yeah, so just because you're single, you can cook. You don't have to cook every day. And a lot of times I'll cook a lot so I don't have to cook, throughout the week. So it helps. It helps you keep up your skills too. Because you gotta eat, right? You gotta eat. Okay, be back in a few moments. And here we have it, the finished result. Isn't that beautiful? Just gorgeous. Plating is everything, y'all, right? So you can have delicious and wonderful meals like this. Imagine how much this would cost you. Plated, probably a little better, but still, it would cost you to go, to a restaurant and get this. So I know you're wondering, let's see what the steak is like. Let's go ahead and just cut down the middle. Oh, look at that, easy cut. Perfect, just the way I personally like it. Medium well. Perfect. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's just take a bite, why don't we? Oh, see? Okay, yeah. That's good. That's good. Brussels sprouts. All very good. And it took me, less than an hour from the time I started with my meat to everything else. So, being single, being a senior, you can do it. I did it. You can do it. Let's cook together. See y'all next time.